Hello, welcome for our class today. 1 hour of practice in Hatha Yoga. And remember, yoga is the practice of awareness. So we bring ourselves, our own attention, so that we can come to greater understanding, compassion, love, and right action in our life. All of that we can work with on the mat, and all of that we can also work with off the mat, right? Through our life, how we meet things, and how we meet ourselves, right? So this is like a laboratory to do testing and to investigate different things, or to give the time for the different things inside of us to arise, to be noticed, to be looked at. And then we can consciously adapt and grow. So let's start for a moment with our eyes closed in a comfortable seated posture. Once you're there, you may even like to take a deep inhale with the eyes open, expand the belly. And as you exhale, softly close the eyelids. Begin this relaxation of your breath, deepening in body, feeling peaceful and easy. And whatever speed that is for you, usually it's a little slower, but sometimes it could be faster. Again, feel your own self and how you want to breathe to relax. And notice the feeling of the body. What is the breath doing for the body? Every inhale supplying us, expanding us, and every exhale removing what we don't need, simplifying, relaxing. Take another minute, slow, deep breathing. Connecting our body, breath, and mind, watching the process. And when our breath is regular and slow, we'll tend to feel clear in ourselves. When our breath is deep, regular, and slow. And now moving to our next exercise, we're going to pump our exhalations from the lower abdomen. This is called Kapalabhati. So making short pumps on the exhale, release on the inhale. The inhale happens naturally. Relax the belly and begin. Make a final exhale and pause. Hold your breath out. If you feel tension or stress or something is not easy or nice, you can just release, try again, or just slow breathing. Whenever you hold your breath, soft and easy. And deep inhale, fill up from the bottom to the top, complete breath. Hold the breath in and exhale long. Do that twice more. Deep breath in all the way to the top. hold for a second, and then exhale long. There's a wave of relaxation. One more time, deep inhale and hold. Fill up, fill up, fill up every part of your lungs all the way to the top, and then hold and long exhale. Now let's just change the cross of our legs. So whichever leg you have on top or in front, switch to the other side. And again, once you're settled, Kapalabhati, pump the exhalation. Last few pumps, hold out. Repeat if you need to, and then keep holding out. Soften any parts of your body which are not just sitting tall. The outer parts of the body can relax. The inner parts can shine and lift. Deep inhale and hold your breath 1 second, and long exhale. Fill up, fill up, fill up all the way, every part, hold, and long, soft, relaxing exhale. Two more times. Fill up every part, your inhale full. Hold for a second and long exhale, relax. One more time. And now we'll go to a third position for one more round. If you're more comfortable cross legs, you can stay in a cross leg and just switch your legs again. If you're comfortable enough to sit in Vajrasana, sitting with our toes pointed back and with our knees bent, right? Sitting onto our heels. If that's too uncomfortable, sit cross legs again, and we'll do last round. Complete exhale, hold out. Soften the shoulders, the hips, the face. Shine through the middle. Feel light, it's like you're floating up through the middle, holding the breath out. Maybe noticing more inside. Heartbeat, pulse. Smaller sensations of energy and feelings. Deep inhale, hold, and then exhale. And long exhale. Bringing the hands to the heart now in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, connecting with our intentions for pureness of self and awareness of self and right action. Feeling into our deeper comfort of knowing connection of all, everything is one continuous existence. We are part of everything and everything is part of us. We can let down our ego. Hard job, but interesting training. And chanting Om 3 times, taking a deep inhalation. With an exhalation, open the eyes, relax the hands down. Let's stand onto our knees, or if you need to for your knees, you can stand on your feet instead. And once we're standing onto our knees, let's just lightly stretch, kind of the way like when you wake up in the morning, you're stretching, reaching through our whole body. And as well, not only extend the spine, but I want you to also flex your spine. So think of the front side. We make a lot of length on the front, and I want you to keep that length as we start to round, long and tall, and keeping the belly in, and even crunching a little bit, but still try to keep the belly in and the length. And now just explore those two directions of movement, however far in whatever way that you want to, any little variations. The only rule is you're standing on your knees or feet, and you're exploring forwards and backwards with the arms up. And we'll take another minute for this. Breathe with the movement. Bring mindfulness into it. Maybe you're doing a little bit of like mudras with the hands, like gestures with the hands. And feel the muscles through your core that support your spine. Let's do one last time to extend. Lift up, lightly reach back. And now come to your straight spine position or your natural curve position, the middle. And exhale, let's reach one arm down, your right arm down, and stretch over. And now we explore side to side. Inhale the right arm up, and exhale the left arm down. Don't go all the way. Think of keeping the length. I take the left arm up, the right side is long, and then I exhale over the right side, keeping it as long as I can. A few more times. Inhale to change. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Okay, very good. Now let's take both of our arms up and exhale, twist. Now for the twist, let's come back, inhale, up to the center. Let's also have our toes tucked, just in case you didn't tuck your toes. Tuck your toes and push your toes into the ground. So you have that firmness when you twist. You can even feel your toe helping you to twist a little bit from the way it's pushing. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist the upper body. Inhale, both arms up. And one more time to the left. Good. Inhale, up. And now exhale. Hands down to the ground. And coming back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet back. Hang your head. Getting steady here just for another 2 or 3 breaths. Hold the pose and breathe. With your next exhale, bend your knees halfway. Inhale, walk small steps. Coming to the front, coming to flat back, lifting halfway up, or until your back is straight. And exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's repeat this and add something to it. Flat back, toes lifting and spreading. Keep your big toes going towards each other, close together, small toes away, chest reaching forward, belly in. And exhale, toes down, lean forward, and grip the toes, squeeze the toes into the mat slightly. Do 1 or 2 more, inhale 2 more times. Spread the toes, and exhale, fold and toes down, toes squeezing, lean forward. 1 more, inhale to flat back. And exhale to fold. Now let's take the next breath to lift all the way. Raise your body. And exhale, hands by your sides, arms all the way down. Turn the palms to the front. Draw the shoulders slightly back so our chest feels open across the front. Upper back slightly active to open the shoulders back. Create a slight feeling through the pelvis, right? The middle, where our legs connect to our body. We don't want to try to tuck the tailbone. We don't want to try to stick the tailbone out. We want to feel like the pelvis is almost kind of like floating there. Very little tension on it. But there might be some slight muscle engagement. And we can do some of this by making internal rotation of our thighs, right? Actually, better if I show you like this, right? Internal rotation is I turn the leg inwards, right? I actually rotate my whole leg. So when I'm in my mountain pose, even though my foot is going to stay right there like that, my foot won't turn, but in my hip a little bit, and both of them actually, a little bit, are going to try to turn my feet inwards. When I do that, usually it feels like space opens under and back, like the tail goes up slightly, right? Keep the tail where it is and make that little bit of internal rotation of the hips. Notice how also it may kind of bring awareness through the front of the torso to draw in and keep its structure or its lift. So standing like that, looking straight forward. Close the eyes. Let's take 3 slow breaths here. Feel your balance, left and right, both feet on the ground. And last 2 breaths, thinking how we can stand a little taller in an effortless way, or in a non-strenuous way. It might feel like effort. It might even feel like a challenge, but the overall quality is controlled or relaxed. So we'll do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Let's bring the hands together to the heart. With an inhalation, big sweep of our arms, lift up and arch back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Reach your heart forward, around in at the end. Inhale, half lift or flat back. And exhale, walk or jump back to low push-up, knees or straight legs coming forward and down. Inhale, lift your chest to cobra or up dog. And exhale, push back to down dog. Holding, keep the knees bent if your back is rounded. And as you get straighter through your spine, start to straighten the legs, pushing the heels back. Knees may stay slightly bent, that's okay. Keep reaching through the heart forward and the tail up. If you can get the legs more straight, keep working on it. Next, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, walk or hop to the front, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting up all the way. Raise the arms, arch your back, lift and reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Lengthen and smooth your breath. Try to make it as smooth and long as you can. Focus. And if you know Ujjayi breathing, we're using Ujjayi breathing to sift the breath through the throat, making a sound, making a texture, a smooth texture. If you're really good at it, really slow breather, Ujjayi breath does no sounds. You don't hear it, you just feel it. Or it might be very quiet. Next, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, walk or hop, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands to the heart and mountain pose. Let's do last round, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. Hold and breathe. Exhale, push more and get longer. Stretch the mat. Like you're pushing your arms and your legs to stretch your mat longer. And exhalation, bend the knees. Inhale, walk or hop to flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift and arch. And exhale, hands to your hearts in mountain pose once again. Standing tall for a breath or two, eyes open or closed. Maybe a slight smile, feeling all of the energy which is available, present. Keeping our attention in the present moment with us, with everything. Let's come through a few standing asana. Finish the exhalation. Let's take an inhale to high lunge, left leg big, step back. And just take it easy here for the first few breaths, not too challenging in the pose, not too deep. Work on grounding the right big toe. Squeeze your right big toe into the mat. Both legs working. Feeling the coordination, bringing the balance up through the two sides of the body, from your left foot up to your left hand, from your right foot up to your right hand. Think of tracing alignment and structure through your practice. Tracing your body with your awareness. Good, now let's exhale. Bring the hands down to your thigh, to your front leg. Lean forward, use support if you need to. And we're going to make this a shorter stance and keep going more and more forward to where you feel is your own personal limit or challenge. You might still be closer to the lunge. You might be closer to the balance. If you feel really stable, lift your back leg slightly off of the mat. All right, so we're doing kind of a, you could say a variation of Warrior 3, working on our leg strength. Holding for about 1 more minute. Coming out if you need to, a little rest, and coming back in is fine, but try to hold if you're good here. Last few breaths. Try to spread the weight out in the right foot, equally behind the small toe and the big toe, 50-50. And place your left heel back down. Let's push all the way through the right leg straight. Left heel also off of the ground. Just a little bit of a balance. If the balance is too much, you can do this also with your heel a little bit down is okay. Okay, and then open the chest, open the heart. Keep the left leg supporting you, but just reach up through the heart and the arms. Let's take the exhale, hands to prayer, bend the right knee, and step forward to mountain with control. Little adjustments, little movements, checking, feeling, comparing sides. Coming back into that mountain pose, a little bit of internal rotation of our hips. Now inhaling, right leg stepping back to the high lunge. Easy position, not too deep. Inviting breath and energy and awareness through the body, through the practice, through your body. Focusing on our left leg, our left big toe grounding. And start to exhale and lean forward. Okay, so either leaning or coming closer. Left knee is bending and we're holding on the left knee bent. If you feel really controlled, lean far enough to lift the right leg behind you slightly. Keep your chest lifted. Even here, try to internally rotate the hip slightly. Your right hip, not your standing hip. Your standing hip strong and stable. Last few breaths. And shifting back. Finding your balance and reaching through the extension. And with an exhale, forward, bending the knee, hands to prayer, and step with control back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing for a moment, checking and comparing. Good. Now from here, let's hop our feet or step our feet apart slightly, about hip distance. And inhale, reach up with both arms. And exhale all the way down to forward bend. Now, if you can reach your feet, and let's say if you can't reach your feet, just hold your elbows and hang. It is okay to sometimes be here with bent knees. This will work more for your back. And then when you start to straighten your legs more, it's going to work on the hamstrings more too. Second option is take 2 fingers on your big toe and the thumb over the toe, or hands all the way underneath your feet, toes to your wrists. Once you have the hold or the lock, inhale to flat back. When you're ready, exhale to fold, curl in. If there's the room, lean forward slightly. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, lifting all right up from the floor. Breathe, deep breaths. Strong, smooth inhales. Calm, relaxing exhales. Now shifting from here, take the hands away or release the hands to the ground and come into Malasana, squat. Adjust your feet as necessary. You can turn your toes out wider or bring your feet closer or further apart. Come to where your hips can be in the lowest position, and then hands at the hearts, lifting the chin and the chest. And now try to breathe to the pelvic floor. Send your breath into the lower cavities, lower areas of your body. Try to breathe through the pelvic floor energetically. One more deep inhale, lifting the heart. And now exhale, we're going to sit down. You can use your hands on the floor, or you can try to counterbalance with your arms forward and just drop back. From here, lean back, Slide the feet slightly forward. Keep lifting the chest. Deep inhale and exhale, lift your feet. Now let's do that as an exercise, a few rounds. Inhale, feet down, lean forward. Exhale, lean back, lift your feet. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Hold 3 breaths. Now grab your legs, hold them in close. So let's say the first option here, you can hold your arms really close around your legs, tuck into a ball, still keep your feet off of the ground. Lift through your chest as well. And you can either keep your head balanced or you can let your forehead to your knees, kind of like an egg, a balancing egg. Okay, that's the first option. Second option is grab your feet and reach up to straight legs. Then, same as the first option, try to get close together, legs and upper body. The elbows can go wide as you're getting higher with your legs. Try to keep your chest up. Don't lean too much back. All right, slowly release. Now let's move to toe lock again. Your index and middle finger holding your big toe and pushing out as we lift our chest. Reaching and pushing out through our heels as we lift our chest. Lifting the chin. Leaning forward as far as we can without falling down. And still taking the legs wider, the hands further back. And we're going to take this to shoulder stand next and maybe plow pose variations. So an advanced movement kind of is to basically keep the whole pose and just roll backwards with your feet behind your head on the floor. If that sounds like, whoa, I don't know about all that, it's a little crazy sounding. Bend your knees in. First option is come into like a tuck again, kind of. And we're going to roll and hold our thighs. Once we get our elbows to the floor, push and gently start to lift your legs into a shoulder stand. And if you're doing that whole roll where we're holding, nice and wide on our legs, lifted through our chest. And then exhaling, rocking back. And you can try this a few times, whatever variation that it is that you're doing. Gently. Okay, and if you can't roll far back to bring your feet behind your head, then just invert the legs up the wall or hold the legs up in some way, elevate the legs in some way. And as far as you can go in that direction is good as well. But as long as the legs are up. Last few breaths, holding plow or shoulder stand variations. Okay, now we start to roll and rock. So rolling down and rocking up to sits. Do this a few times. when you feel ready, I want you to stand all the way up, right? So we're just going to rock, release the hands from the legs, and stand. Okay, and now let's do our last standing pose. We'll do dancers. Let's turn the right palm back and out, opening the chest and the shoulder, and grab the inside of the right leg or foot or ankle. Let the knees come close together now. A lot of times when we go into dancer's pose, the knee will start to move way out to the side as we go back. And that's not necessarily bad in all cases. It could be in some cases. But to get more on the opening of our whole body, we try to keep the knees close in line. So starting like that, close together knees. Inhale the left hand up. And exhale, push your right leg up and back as you lean forward and look up. You can touch left index finger and thumb together, Jnana Mudra. Breathe and hold. Exhale, release, hands to hips. Bring your right leg forward, point your toes, straight your leg, and lift your hip. Lift your leg. Push through your standing leg as much as you can. Come back to dancer's pose. And now you can do the same dancer's pose as before, or maybe if you have a little bit more flexibility, try to take the foot in the arm crease of the elbow. Same thing, pushing the leg back. And this is what I mean, another variation of opening to the side. And you might be able to join your fingers together. Slowly release. Even everything out, mountain. And second side, dancers grabbing the left foot. Inhale the right arm up. Keeping your left knee close to your right knee or in line as it goes back. Exhale. Don't go too far, keep it controlled. Index and thumb, right hand connected. And looking up. Slowly release and transition, left leg forward, point your toes, lift your hip. Relax your hip. So both legs strong, straightening. Back to dancers. First or second variation. Second variation, foot is in the elbow crease. And you can turn open to the side more. And slowly release back to Tadasana. Just taking a moment to close our eyes here. So we've done a bit of work on our legs. You can probably feel it. Take a moment feeling it as we're in a simple posture. exhaling, hands to the heart at the front of the mat for last flow. Exhaling, inhale to reach up. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Close the eyes, breathe. And exhaling, stepping to sit. And let's place our feet together, knees wide for Baddha Konasana. Bound angle or butterfly. You might like to move your hips a little bit here to warm them up more. When you're ready, inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, gracefully flow forward and let your body down any way that it wants. The head can hang or rest. Close the eyes. And now time for your deepest, longest breaths, most relaxing. Slowly coming up again. Now, left leg under, right leg over. Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, twist to the right. Use your elbow. Hand can rest on the shoulder or any other variation like binding or simply lifting the arm. Hand open. Few breaths in your twist, sitting tall. Release and change sides. Right leg over, right leg under, left leg over. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale to the left. And release. And now sitting cross legs. And you're welcome to finish your practice either in meditation, if you feel anytime. And this is for any practice really. When we feel really aligned, energized, and awake, you don't have to take Shavasana. It can still be good, but sometimes you can choose to sit in a meditative practice instead. And especially if you do feel more tired or need to rest or relax the body more completely after a very hard practice, sometimes is also good. And just lay into Shavasana. And you can choose at any time to lay down. And then we'll keep our attention inwards with our eyes closed, following our breath. Allowing the breath to become natural and easy. And even if you're laying down or sitting, sit into your own self. Find a place to become grounded and steady. Less movements of mind, less changing, more staying simply in one relaxed awareness. you're in Shavasana, start to deepen your breath and gently move, stretch or roll your body, and then sitting up. Feeling our connections. Feeling our awareness, where we are in life, in the moment, in ourselves. Let's bring our hands to the heart. And learning as we grow, facing all of these challenges of mind and ego. Don't take yourself too seriously. Remember to be light, to play, but also to sit and look inwards. And I can basically promise you, if you do both of those things daily, meditate and play, you're going to have a very nice mind, very beautiful, happy mind. Sometimes we don't want to do those things. And who's in the way? Mind again, right? So it may be tricky, but see if you can convince your mind to get past the things that stop you from what we know is good for us, what we know is healthy, what we know is true. So thank you for joining my class and wish you the best. Hope to see you in the next ones. Namaste.